Yeah, I just turned it on. Oh, great. Hold on. All right. Share screen. Go live. Okay. I'll be going live a bunch of different places. Thumbnail. Let's get a thumbnail uploaded. Good. Sorry that to set up the live stream in the live stream. Just gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Sorry, just trying to get everything set up for you guys. Good. And I'll get it into here. Hello.
Hello.
Okay. So yeah, it's gonna start in 4 minutes. I'll see if anyone else joins. If not, I can give you a good presentation at least.
Sure.
All right. I'm also live streaming on YouTube, so if that would work better for you, you can also see that. Hold on, I'm gonna make sure my live streams are running. I got 4 minutes until it's supposed to start. All right.
I'm good.
All right, just so you know, when you talk, people in the live stream can hear you. Just letting you know that, just so you're aware. Oh, so they may have seen your Discord account's name. I can't be sure.
I don't.
Because so it shows it's on my screen. I'm gonna get Google Slides prepared so I can I think I showed my desktop. I mean, I don't think I have anything personal there, so I guess it doesn't really matter. All right. Slides. All right. Got the presentation ready. Just gonna All right, for anyone watching the live stream from YouTube, I don't think anyone is, but who knows? Just gonna give a couple minutes for other people to join and then see.
Can you if people are,
Huh?
can you see if people view it on YouTube?
I'll check.
Oh.
I mean, I'll check, I guess. Just give me a second. Chat. Okay, hold on. I'll have a chat overlay right here. Oh, whoops, hold on. Should I have a chat overlay? No, I don't like that. All right, it's actually a really good streaming software. It's pretty easy to use. How do I do this? Whoa. Okay, I don't like that. Picture in picture. All right, yeah, that's better. Picture. All right, yeah, I like picture in picture the best. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna use that version. All right. Okay, well, it's gonna have that watermark for the entire stream, unfortunately. I'm not paying $5 to get rid of a watermark. Okay. So yeah, also tell if mom and papa want to see it for any reason.
I think they went to bed.
All right. Well, if anyone wants to see it for any reason, just tell them they can watch from your phone or something.
And they rewatch it later.
Yes, it is rewatchable. All right. Well, the stream's gonna start in 1 minute. So, oh, hello. Are you gonna watch again or something? Hello, Ezra. Because if you're gonna watch again, if you're available to watch again, I can give like the full presentation instead of just skimming through it like last time.
I'm just here to listen this time.
Okay, good. All right, 9 p.m. All right, hold on. I'm just gonna give everyone the final warning that it's starting. All right, if they join, that's up to them. I might give them a quick breakdown summary, but yeah, okay. So, can you all see my screen and still hear me?
I'm just.
All right. Also, Ezra, can you check really quickly to see if I'm streaming on YouTube and like I can be heard and everything?
Yeah. Okay.
Because I just want to make sure people on YouTube can also hear me.
Okay. Let me turn on speaker.
Okay. All right. My goal is to convince my mom and anybody also watching of the theory. All right. Hold on. I'll just check it from my computer really quickly.
Let me check if you're. Yeah,
Right.
you're streaming.
All right. Good. All right. Yeah, I like this a lot better than the other format. All right. Good. All right. Y'all ready?
Yes.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first official Dinosaur Chicken Nugget Earthers live stream. You ready, guys?
Yes.
All right. So all our lives, we've been indoctrinated to believe the Earth is round. Some people try to escape this indoctrination and then end up in a whole nother indoctrination, believing that the Earth is flat. Both of them are ridiculous.
Right.
Both of them are wrong. And this live stream will not only tell you why both of them are wrong, but tell you why the model you should believe is Dinosaur Chicken Nugget Earth. You ready, guys?
Yes.
Okay. This will take about 20 minutes, but I guarantee you it'll be worth it because those 20 minutes are going to change your life. You ready? All right. Thank you to all who could attend today. Today's meeting will give a comprehensive guide of Dinosaur Chicken Nugget Earth, chronicling our current evidence for our model, a debunk of flat and round Earth, and what separates us from similar theories. You ready? All right. Part 1 of 3, the science of Dino Nugget Earth. 1.1, gravity. The biggest question about our theory that needs to be answered is this. Why do things go down? As showed later in this presentation, gravity is inconsistent with science, observation, and common sense. So why are things attracted to the ground? It's like when this happens, why does that happen? Well, here's what we can derive. 1, it is caused by a force. When an object accelerates during a fall in a vacuum, it is gaining kinetic energy. Due to the first law of thermodynamics, a force must be the cause of this energy, thus ruling out the flat Earth explanation of buoyancy. Because they believe that buoyancy causes it. They believe like the air going around it is what causes it to fall. Some of them believe it's because the Earth going up. We're going to touch that on a later topic and explain why that doesn't work either. But in a vacuum, it'll accelerate. That requires energy, meaning buoyancy is not the answer. Number 2, it somehow holds the Earth in a dinosaur nugget shape. While it at first seems impossible to explain such phenomena with our current model, upon closer observation, it works perfectly. Gravity on Earth is described by the National Science Foundation to be very slightly different in certain places because of different weight. They fail, however, to account that a different weight would affect the structural integrity of the Earth's crust. This is therefore a cover-up. We also know that the Earth's crust is very... there will be a Q&A, so keep any questions or comments for later. We also know that the Earth's crust is very slightly altered by the moon's gravitational pull. However, as shown later, gravity is not real, so what's the explanation here? Simple, the dino force. The dino force is the sheer power of the Earth being a dinosaur chicken nugget, pulling things towards it. This works in both a literal sense, as shown by experimentation, which I'll get to in a second, and in a figurative sense, they attract attention with their rising popularity. The experiment in question is the Cavendish experiment, in which a ruler is suspended from the ceiling by a string, 2 low-mass objects are put onto it, and heavy-mass objects attracted, designed to be a proof of gravity. However, they don't consider the possibility of alternate forces. And 2, it is altered when a dino nugget is put in place of the lower mass object, proving that dinosaur nuggets have an effect on mass attraction, once again proving the dino force. Section 1.2, Sky and Atmosphere. Decided to include a little picture of NASA copy and pasting their clouds on the official Blue Marvel 2001 image, Couldn't even put in the effort to do their full CGI work. Oops, sorry, no spoilers. Now, 1.2, Sky and Atmosphere. You still there, Mom? Still with us here? Hello? Hello, you still there? You're still there, but you're muted, so that's fine. I'll just continue the presentation. Sorry, give me a second. I got it. Okay, there we go.
I'm here. Sorry, I was muted.
Did you hear what I was saying?
Yes.
At 1.2, Sky and Atmosphere. The behaviors of the sky and atmosphere are far more in line with the Dino Nugget model than any other model. In the flat Earth model, there is no feasible explanation for the rotation of cyclones in different hemispheres. The round Earth model cannot explain why seasonal tilts, in which the areas affected by sunlight are only a few thousand miles closer or farther from the sun, have such huge temperature difference. Well, this should be insignificant since the Earth is billions of miles from our sun.
Not being.
I mean, think about it. The Earth is millions of miles from the sun, and yet somehow the Earth's tilt, putting things only a few thousand miles away, is a difference between 100 degrees and negative degrees. Our model, however, puts the sun in a triceratops-shaped rotation around the planet. This model is the most workable and makes sense for the varying lengths of the day around the planet, seasons, and temperatures at every part of the planet. Furthermore, our form of Earth's rotation better explains the Coriolis effect, which should not work on the sides of a rotating ball Earth, since the Earth's rotation should be pulling it to the side and not in a spiral. The dimensions also explain why some forms of the Coriolis effect are small, while some cyclones are spiraling hundreds of miles, because certain points on the dinosaur Earth are small, so they cycle in tiny ways, while some areas are large. They can have large cycles. This also explains why little to no visible curvature is detected by planes, and why far-off cities are seen over the horizon. They are over the pointed edges of the dinosaur. Other inconsistencies are caused by refraction, which will be explained in a future slideshow. Yes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we got the cat here. This cat knows what's up, right? Oh, yes. Everyone watching the live stream, I don't think you can see on Discord, just say hello to the cat. Love you. Mwah. All right. All right. 1.3, Earth and Space. Interestingly, the globe Earth's own model of the planet becomes one of the main keys to their downfall. It was claimed that the image you see was derived by the detection of seismic waves to the Earth. They pass through liquid, but not solid, so there must be a core, right? However, when you look at the places the measurements were taken, it is unveiled that this idea has flaws. How do the seismic waves that only pass through liquid make it through all the hard material in the stiffer mantle and crust? How are they still detectable on the other sides of the Earth? Not only that, excuse me, the measurements were taken in a place in which the core would have blocked them. So we have lab 1 here, lab 2 shouldn't be able to get to them. Flat Earthers present an even worse explanation. What do I mean by that? They have nothing, absolutely nothing. They don't have any explanation for the inner parts of the Earth. Well, and the globe Earth one, as explained above, doesn't work at all. So here's a much more workable explanation. Seismic waves are the rumblings of the dinosaur chicken nugget that bounce off the interior, occasionally hitting the surface and forming earthquakes. This is consistent with regional fault lines. Shouldn't the force of quadrillions of tons of mantle on a ball Earth model form cracks all across the world as it pushes the crust together? This idea is also consistent with the earthquake waves currently discovered. It also lines up with the potential for earthquakes coming from the Earth's center. The Earth having a solid core that earthquakes come from also shows why the lab was able to pick up the seismic waves. The core was in a different place than in the globe model, which they were using and where they expected it to be. Space observations don't get much better for our 2 fallacious theories. Look at some of the photos NASA has taken, right? Yeah, you look right. Where would it be? There, or would it be there? Hold on. So I'm on the bottom. I'm on there, right? So look, am I pointing the right way in the live stream when I look there? Look either there or there, whichever one's right. So hold on. Yeah, there. Look at that thing. The obvious CGI alone should discredit any authority they have. By digging deeper, even more mistakes are found. Among them are sun and moon being present during a lunar eclipse, where the Earth should be blocking the moon from the sun, not possible. Stars somehow being visible despite the comets, planets, and gas in space that should block it out. Other galaxies being visible from Earth, unblocked by the billions of stars in our galaxy, and much more. Flat Earth is even worse. Their idea is denying not just logic, but perspective in every law of science we know. However, our theory is all the answers. Lunar eclipses come from an anti-sun, provable from the mysterious hiding of certain objects in the sky due to perspective. Like, my cat's biting my hand so hard. Stop. No. Look at him. He's crazy. Stop. Stars are visible because they are closer than science says. Parallax, which they use to try to prove the distance of stars, also proves this, as the speed of light should make parallax impossible. How they get from here to there, how to know the right time, delay, stuff like that. Showing that even refutes prove our point. Other galaxies are just more stars that are in the sky. They're not actually galaxies, not farther away. They're just other stars in the sky that are slightly behind, giving the illusion of a galaxy. There is much more that will be discussed in future articles, including how perspective of the night sky lines up with our theory. Just know for now which theory gets it right.
You're not sleeping in here.
I'm almost done. All right, pause for Q&A. We're going to take a quick pause. I think we're like roughly halfway, maybe a little bit more than halfway through. So Q&A time. Any questions or comments? Any questions or comments? I'm also going to check the live stream chat to see if anyone has anything to say there. All right. All right. Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Do you have any questions? Because it's Q&A time right now.
I don't have any questions currently.
Okay. I'm going to check the chat, see if there are any questions. Then, if not, I will continue. Okay. All right, so it seems as though we don't have any questions yet, so I'm going to continue the slideshow. Part 2, debunking flat and round Earth. So I did a little bit of that, but now's the main chunk of the debunk. So I was explaining how science and all these systems worked on our Dinosaur chicken nugget, just scratching the surface of how much better they work than on the globe model. Now it's time for a debunk of flat and round Earth and a little bit of sprinkling in showing why our theory is right, although I already did that earlier. Section 2.1, debunking flat Earth. Number 1, the sky and space. The sky is a major problem for flat earthers for many reasons. First of all, the air density. On a round and dinosaur chicken nugget Earth model, there are forces that at work that allow the air to slowly decrease in density as you ascend and eventually become a vacuum. Flat earthers try to bring up air being next to a vacuum to debunk our models, like how could air be next to a vacuum? You know, like when it gets, but unbeknownst to them, debunk their own models and ideas. Even in a flat Earth model, there is air next to much less dense air, as you can see from weather balloons, just going up in an airplane, stuff like that. How is that possible with the laws of physics you have in your model? Why does it only apply to our model? Shouldn't the air even out in your model too? Now, we have laws of physics that allow that to happen, but how is that possible with the laws of physics you have in your model, flat earthers? What about you? Furthermore, the Coriolis effect is not explained, and there's no workable model for atmospheric patterns. Space is even worse for flat earthers, as they fail to explain stars seen at different times of the year, stars seen in different hemispheres, and how the moon looks different. Nothing makes sense with their model. Flat Earth models and physics. While map projections are useful for visualizing the Earth in a 2D plane to make everything easier to see, it comes with a very obvious problem: distortion. There is no flat version of the Earth that does not include serious distance distortion that is incompatible with distances we see today. As a quick example, I'll really look up flat Earth map. I'll look at official flat Earth map. We have stuff like this. We have stuff like this. And really, no distances are compatible with any models we currently have. Like any distances we currently know. Sorry, my throat's kind of dry. Let me get some water really quickly. I don't know if I can be seen by the camera. That'd be a number. All right. The final nail in the coffin for flat earthers is their misunderstanding of physics. All right, well, I forgot to say, lines of latitude on a flat earth are curved, so how could a plane be flying straight along the lines of latitude when on the flat earth model it should be curving? I don't know if every pilot on Earth is just somehow in this. The final nail in the coffin is their misunderstanding of physics. They apply a perspective for their plot holes in areas where it does not work. They mistake buoyancy for a force, and worst of all, they have no way of explaining why things fall. Some suggest the Earth is going up. If this were true, objects in a vacuum would be suspended there, since there is nothing hindering their kinetic energy and causing the Earth to catch up with it. Because what some flat earthers think is the Earth is constantly going up. So when I jump, it's just me losing momentum, and the Earth is catching up with me. The problem with this idea is that in a vacuum, there's nothing hindering it. It should continue until something stops it, meaning that if I were to let go of something in a vacuum instead of falling, if the Earth were flat and just moving up at the speed at which things fall, then it should not accelerate downwards. It should not lose momentum at all. It should stay there, just hover relative to where we are, since it shouldn't lose speed at all. If the Earth were still, there would be no force allowing objects to accelerate and fall. The conclusion we can make from all of this is that the flat Earth model is unreliable. 2.2, debunking a spherical Earth. Round Earth is a lot more complicated to debunk. While the snippets of evidence covered previously in the slideshow are compelling, round earthers have set up explanations for all of them, rendering our good debunks useless in their minds. Their laws of physics and science derive from botched experiments that have set their fallible ideas up for success. This is why attacking indirectly using perspective and distances is impossible, because they have covers for the gaps there. However, in making fallible ad hoc responses to save themselves, which ad hoc means for the purpose, just for specifically that purpose only, not proof for it. They left one gap open at the very center of their theory, no pun intended, since gravity's at the center. Gravity. Gravity is by far the most necessary element of the globe Earth universe. Without gravity, all round Earth explanations and theories very quickly fall apart. The universe cannot exist. The globe cannot exist. If we were to debunk gravity, we unravel the entire theory, which is what we are about to do now. Reason number one, air is not pulled down by gravity, while much heavier things are. Round Earthers try to defend this with ad hoc explanations about the laws of gravity that are derived solely from the things meant to disprove it. Their idea is gravity is real, so there must be an explanation for this. Are we going to actually find an explanation? Of course not. Gravity can contain trillions of tons of water that is on a spinning ball going at 1,000 miles per hour, but doesn't have enough force to take, collapse a house made of a deck of cards. Does this force just work subjectively or something? Like, I think the force that would need to keep down trillions of tons of water would be more than enough to just crush a piece of paper, right? Or like when I loosely hold this, shouldn't it be strong enough to overpower the force of two of my fingers loosely holding a pencil? Next reason, the moon can pull trillions of tons of ocean water, but not any water in our pools or cups outside. Dark matter was created to explain the lack of necessary gravity in the universe. Current evidence? Absolutely none. These are just a few of dozens, if not hundreds, of simple debunks for the existence of gravity, yet these alone throw the whole theory out the window. It is therefore safe to conclude that the round Earth theory is unreliable, not flat, not round. The only reliable theory with anything supporting it is Dinosaur Chicken Nugget Earth. 2.3, what separates us from Dinosaur Earth theory? Since Dinosaur Earth society is a real thing, so what separates us from them? You ready to see? We have chicken nuggets. Okay, quick pause for Q&A. Any questions? I'll check if anyone on the live stream has questions as well.
So is the Dino Chicken Nugget Earth made of chicken?
No, it just looks like a dinosaur chicken nugget.
Ah, I see.
Any other questions, like about the science behind it, anything like that?
No, it's all pretty sound.
All right. You don't have any questions about how anything works? I'm not curious at all.
Well, how are we held on to the Dino Chicken Nugget?
Yes. If you're listening earlier, I talked about something called the Dino Force, which can be proved by the Cavendish experiment. You remember that?
Gotcha. I do now, yes.
Okay. All right. Any other questions, or are you good? Oh, that's fine.
I'm good.
All right. Section 3, why the conspiracy? Now, this is the biggest thing flat earthers forget to answer. Why were people hiding flat earth? They usually make up some ridiculous thing, like trying to hide Like some say they're trying to hide God, which I think, in my opinion, a round Earth or like a dinosaur chicken nugget Earth would actually make God look more amazing since there's a wider universe. So that obviously doesn't work. They have really no explanation for why the government would hide a flat Earth, but we have an explanation for why the government will want to hide a dinosaur chicken nugget Earth. You ready? All right, here we go. Why the conspiracy? The companies. The creators of dinosaur chicken nuggets are Tyson Chicken. At first, this seems completely normal. A chicken company making chicken, nothing suspicious there. However, when you trace the money, a darker truth unveils itself. Tyson Chicken is business partners with Quotient, an advertisement firm working with CVS Pharmacy. CVS Pharmacy distributes vaccinations, meaning a direct collaboration with vaccine companies leading back to Dr. Fauci, the man behind it all. Dr. Fauci is a mysterious man with connections to so many corrupt government officials. A conspiracy is all but guaranteed. This could extend to international governments, explaining why no governments have ratted each other out. However, this leads to one big question. Why? Well, that's pretty easy to answer. The scientists behind these organizations trace back to a long time ago, probably very, very long ago. Them desiring control as well was not unlikely. They decide to test to see how gullible society is, indoctrinating them with falsehoods, poised as obvious truths to build trust. That is what Round Earth is. A tool to build trust within the government to allow them to control the will of the people. They don't know the truth. They rely on the government for truth, and that's how you control people. They decide to hide the truth by selling dinosaur chicken nuggets. That if somebody did ever discover the truth, people would say, hey, that's a dinosaur chicken nugget, and not take them seriously. Like imagine someone who actually got a real satellite up in orbit, shows the Earth is shaped like a dinosaur chicken nugget. Nobody takes them seriously. They all take them as a joke, and then nobody believes them. That's the whole ploy of selling dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets. However, we know the truth now, and we'll ensure all people do one day. All right. Closing Q&A. Any comments you want to make, your opinions on the slideshow, anything anybody's got to say? Any comments, questions, anything of that category at all?
I appreciate your commitment to research.
All right. You have any questions or any further comments on the subject? One second. So I gotta help the cat. All right. So you have any questions, like about the science behind it, anything of any sort of category like that? Hello?
Yes.
You have any questions about the science or the conspiracy, anything of that category?
Yes.
All right. What do you got to say?
What would you, based on what I've heard, what would you consider a planet?
I would consider a planet anything orbiting the Earth that's like, well, that depends on, we don't really have an official definition for a planet. We are a child theory. We'll just consider what the objects, because objects in space that are called planets are real. So we'll just consider those planets. We don't have an official classification. Like I said, we are a new upcoming theory, but we're doing our best. I can guarantee you that.
Are other planets spherical?
Yes.
Like the Earth is claimed to be?
Yes, they are, as far as my current observations go. I haven't actually seen Jupiter and its moons through a telescope, so there are spherical bodies in the sky. There's a little bit of a debate as to what they are. However, I believe they're just objects that are rotating around the Earth, as just like the stars and the sun is.
So are we a flat dinosaur nuggie?
It
Or do we
varies. Like
have
certain
dimensions?
areas are flat, some areas have curves. It's like the dimensions of a typical dinosaur chicken nugget. Maybe slight flat area on the top, but it's only for like a couple hundred miles. It curves pretty quickly. That explains why some areas appear to be flat on Earth and some appear to have visible evidence of curvature, while those don't.
I see.
All right. Any other questions?
Yes.
Yes.
Are all the other planets like a circle?
Yes.
What about the sun?
The sun is probably a spherical shape. Yes. It's just the orbits that we differ on. Also, we do believe somewhat in the Earth's rotation, but not in the way they explain it. That's going to be in an upcoming slideshow. So there's still more research on the subject needs to be done.
All right. So
Does the sun rotate around the Dino Nugget, or does the Dino Nugget
Yes.
rotate or orbit around the sun?
Yes. It's a complicated system. Like I said, we're going to be having updates on that.
Gotcha.
what shape are the stars according to your research?
Probably circles as well. The Earth is kind of
So
special. The
why
Earth
is
is
it
the Earth is
that-
special.
Why is it that just the Earth is a dinosaur chicken nugget?
I don't know. The Dino Force probably. We're going to be doing research on that though. Mm-hmm. It's
Wonderful.
possible that the other planets simply don't have the Dino Force, keeping them in the dinosaur chicken nugget shape, keeping everything towards its surface. All right. Any other questions? Because if not, I have a couple things to ask you guys. Any other questions?
I think we're good.
All right. So, one, what did you think about the slideshow in general?
Say what about your anus? Say what about you?
Yes, that exists. All right. Final thing before I end the live stream. Final question. Are you convinced? From the empirical evidence presented in the slideshow, are you convinced that the Earth is shaped like a dinosaur chicken nugget? I'll give you a minute to discuss it among yourselves, and I'll see what anybody in the live stream thinks right now.
What is
But from what I've shown right now, are you convinced?
Yes.
Good. Viviana, are you convinced? Well, person, are you convinced? Ignore that. I mean, have your names in the credit chain. I
I mean, there's a lot of proof.
Are you convinced?
I don't know. Yes.
Yep. Debunk gravity, debunk flat and round Earth, prove the Dino Force. I gave everything to you. So there you have it, folks. Endorsement from a couple people. And I don't think anyone's watching the official live stream right now, but if you do happen to be, good for you. Anyways, last thing I want to show before I go is I'm going to have the link to the slideshow in the description of this video. And I'll also put the links to this fan-made Google document on proof for our theory. Anyways, that's all for now. Everybody on the live stream, say goodbye.